This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa, and you are watching our special year-end edition of the year that was in motorsports. What a busy year it was. Grassroots motorsports events continued to draw weekend warriors, whether it be slaloms, autocross, circuit racing, karting, or on-track tag battles. Honest-to-goodness rallying made a serious comeback, fanned into the flame from the embers stoked by Rallycross. Local racing stars made waves in international races. We're talking about you, Inigo. And more motorsports venues arose. Park Links, the Parang Playground, and CDS Off-Road Playground.
There were so many motorsports events this year that it was tough to cover all of them. Motoring Today did its best to support and cover all motorsports events of 2024. However, we must admit that we missed some exciting race weekends.
Still, we'd like to take a look back at the exciting motorsports series and events that we managed to cover and report on in this special edition of the year that was in motorsports.
Please stay tuned. When we return, we'll take a look at the year that was in super sprints and rallycross.
Know when it click through, try to send this box to be so big fun.
Yaris Cross, HEV, electrify your passions.
Toyota, move your world.
Welcome back to our special on the year that was in motorsports. Let's take a look at the exciting season for the Super Sprint and the Philippine Rallycross Series.
The 2024 Super Sprint season kicked off with a thrilling start as Inigo Anton emerged victorious in the prep category, recording the fastest overall time. Chad Lazaro led the way in the intermediate category, while Erwin Eugene Viray took top honors in the amateur category. Jan Sulit outpaced the competition in the street category. In the subcategories of the new Super Sprint Series, Jan Sulit topped the Street 1 timesheet. Renz Oliver Biazon led Street 2, and Rans Jeff De Los Reyes secured first in Street 3. Brian Kimson emerged as the fastest in Intermediate Street 1, with Pogs Haranilla triumphing in Intermediate Street 2 and Rans Jeff De Los Reyes dominating Intermediate Street 3. Yuan de la Cruz was the quickest in Amateur Street Modified Class 1, while John Timothy Bautista excelled in both Amateur Street Modified Class 2 and 3. Nathaniel Mendoza emerged at the top in Intermediate Street Modified Class 1, whereas Glendale Dave Cuento claimed victory in both Intermediate Street Modified Class 2 and 3. Mark Paul Lucido was fastest in Amateur Super Street Class 1, with Mark Leo Legaspi and Erwin Eugene Viray following suit in Amateur Super Street Class 2 and 3 respectively. Carl Andrew Malien ruled Intermediate Super Street Class 1. Ralph Cadiz took the lead in Intermediate Super Street Class 2, and Glendale Dave Cuento was fastest in Intermediate Super Street Class 3. In Prep A, Marcos Lacambra topped Class 1, Glendale Dave Cuento led Class 2, and Alan Santiago was fastest in Class 3. Marvin Jason Matira dominated Prep B Class 1, while George Moncupa Jr. led Class 2, and Inigo Anton excelled in Class 3. Polo Bautista was quickest in Prep C Class 1. Ernie Moreno captured Class 2 and Inigo Anton led Class 3. Ralph Cadiz topped Prep D Class 1, Alan Santiago in Class 2 and Inigo Anton in Class 3. Christine Torres was fastest in Ladies Class 1 with Erika Mara Manahan taking the lead in Ladies Class 2. After 3 rounds of the 2024 Eneo Super Sprint, the organizers released the point standings, with Inigo Anton leading the charge with a flawless 60 points in each of the categories he participated in: Prep B3, Prep C3, and Prep D3. Valerie Jill Roa tops the Street 1 category with 30 points. Rich Young leads the Street 2 category with 32 points. And Rance Jeff de los Reyes commands Street 3 with 40 points. In Intermediate Street 1, Kim Ryan Kim Son holds the top spot with 52 points, while Rich Young leads Intermediate Street 2 with 45 points, and John Michael Lau tops Intermediate Street 3 with 50. In the Amateur Street Modified 1 category, Mark Paul Lucido is first with 50 points, and Franklin Nang leads both the Amateur Street Modified 2 and 3 categories with 55 points. Kim Brian Kim Son is in the lead for Intermediate Street Modified 1 with 55 points. Glendale Dave Cuento tops Intermediate Street Modified 2 with 55 and leads Intermediate Street Modified 3 with 60. Mark Paul Lucido is at the forefront of the Amateur Super Street 1 category with 47 points. Marvin Jason Matira leads Amateur Super Street 2 with 43 and also wins Amateur Super Street 3 with 55. Mark Paul Lucido also tops the Intermediate Super Street 1 category with 44 points, while Marvin Jason Batira leads Intermediate Super Street 2 with 52, and Glendale Dave Cuento is on top of the Intermediate Super Street 3 with 46. Glendale Dave Cuento also leads the Prep A1 and A2 categories with 42 and 60 points respectively, while Julius Brian Tangarian tops Prep A3 with 35 points. Paulo Bautista leads Prep B1 with 55 points, Ernie Moreno leads Prep B2 with 48, and Inigo Anton tops Prep B3 with 60. The same dominance is seen in the Prep C categories, with Paulo Bautista leading Prep C1 with 60 points, Ernie Moreno in Prep C2 with 52, and Inigo Anton again achieving a perfect 60 in C3. In Prep D categories, Bautista leads D1, Moreno tops D2, and Anton excels in D3. Ashley Jade Aquino achieved a remarkable feat by leading point standings in all ladies class categories, Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. Although Inigo Anton did not complete the 4th round of the 2024 Super Sprint Series, he maintained his lead in the point standings across his categories. As of this round, Glendale Dave Cuento has taken the lead in Prep A1 with 57 points and Prep A2 with 75 points. Julius Brian Tagarian heads Prep A3 with 45 points. In the Prep B1 standings, a tight race sees Paulo Bautista and Marvin Jason Matira just 3 points apart for 1st and 2nd places. Rai Barboso leads Prep B2 with 51 points and tops both the C2 and D2 classes with 54 and 51 points respectively. Paulo Bautista dominates the C1 class with 80 points and leads the D1 class with 60 points. Inigo Anton made his return for the 6th and final round of the 2024 Super Sprint Series at Park Links Estate, once again achieving the best overall time in the Prep class. Along the way, Inigo secured victories in both the Prep C3 and D3 categories. Franklin Nang recorded the best overall time in the intermediate classes and took the win in the Amateur Street Modified 2 as well as Intermediate Street Modified 2 and 3 categories. Marvin Jason Matira of the Motolite Sprint Racing Team excelled in both the Street and Amateur classes, dominating Street 2, Street 3, and Intermediate Street 3. Reginald Santos topped the Street 1 timesheet, Gillian Sid led the Intermediate Street 1, and John Michael Lau was fastest in Intermediate Street 2. Leonardo Rojas excelled in the Amateur Street Modified 1 class, while John David Quadra topped both the Intermediate Modified 1 and Amateur Super Street 1 classifications. Carl Andrew Malien was the fastest in the Intermediate Super Street 1 category, and Glendale Dave Cuento topped Intermediate Super Street 3. Other category winners included Paulo Bautista in Prep C1 and D1, Jen Colina in Prep C2, and Ernie Moreno in Prep D2. Paolo Mari Macarai triumphed in both Prepped A1 and A2, while Carl Andrew Malien topped Prepped A3 and Rai Barboso took the lead in Prep B2. Pauline Julia Bautista was the quickest in Ladies Class 1 and 2, while Rain Acejas led in Ladies Class 3. The Philippine Rallycross Series kicked off with familiar contenders and new participants eager to take part in another exhilarating season of dirt racing. Legs 1 and 2 were hosted at this year's premium motorsports location, Parklink C5. During the daytime Leg 1, Kaloy Calico dominated the 4-man field, securing the top position in the Group 1 timesheets. Paul Santos narrowly defeated Paulo Santos to achieve the fastest cumulative time in Group 2, while he also edged out Luis Camacho in Group 3. In the fiercely contested open class, Paulo Santos emerged victorious among 11 participants, and DJ de Guzman led the way in the UV class. Easy Ligaya took the top spot in the RWD class, while Paulo Santos excelled in the AWD class, and Luis Camacho claimed victory in the pickup category. Leg 2 commenced at dusk, introducing the challenge of navigating around pylons in the dark. Kaloy Calico continued his strong performance in Group 1 under the night sky, with Paul Santos shining in Groups 2, 3, and 4 during the nighttime segment. Mike Reyes ascended to the lead in the open class, while Devor Andres finished as the quickest among 3 competitors in the rear-wheel drive class for Leg 2. Luis Camacho again topped 2 other racers in the UV class and excelled in the pickup class at night. The third leg of the 2024 Philippine Rallycross Series took place in the CDS Off-Road Playground in the Arden Botanical Garden, Trece Martires, Cavite. In daytime Leg 3, Kaloy Calico once again topped Group 1. Piwi Manjola claimed the top spot in Group 2, pushing Luis Camacho to second place, with Edsel de Dios finishing third. Mendiola continued his dominance by also leading Group 4. In the open class, Paulo Santos narrowly edged Dindo de Jesus by just 34 hundredths of a second for the win. The RWD class featured a tight competition with Easy Ligaya, June Magno, and Devor Andres finishing first through third respectively. Paulo Santos also led the AWD class, while Luis Camacho continued to show his strength in the pickup class. DJ de Guzman just managed to secure the top position in the UV class over Luis Camacho. In an effort to bring Rallycross closer to motorsports enthusiasts in Metro Manila, Leg 4, named the June Espina Memorial Rallycross, was set up at the CCP Open Grounds. Before a large crowd of Rallycross fans, Edgen D. Diaco clocked the fastest cumulative times from 2 of 3 runs to top Group 1. However, PB Mendiola captured the limelight by leading Groups 2, 3, and 4. Luis Camacho finished a close second in both Group 2 and Group 4. Paul Santos secured third in Group 2, second in Group 3, and again third in Group 4. In the pickup category, Camacho improved his performance, finishing ahead of Boboy Rabe, who took second, with Aven Tongo in third place. Paulo Santos set the pace in the AWD category, while Devor Andres narrowly defeated Easy Ligaya for the top spot on the RWD class. Lastly, Paulo Santos was the quickest in the open category. The PHRX returned to the CDS Off-Road Playground for Leg 5. Mike Reyes excelled in the AWD class, driving a Subaru Impreza. Kaloy Calico in a Honda Jazz recorded the fastest accumulated time in Group 1. PB Manjola found himself on top of the standings in both Groups 2 and 4, finishing first in Group 3 as well, followed closely by Luis Camacho. Mike Reyes managed to edge out Ricardo Di Liaco, who drove a Toyota Corolla to clinch victory in the open class, while Camacho maintained his dominance in the pickup class, driving an Isuzu D-Max. The RWD class featured a fierce battle that saw Easy Ligaya in a BMW E46 narrowly defeat Devor Andres in a Toyota Corolla DX. After 5 legs of the 2024 Philippine Rallycross Series, Kaloy Calica leads the Group 1 championship standings with 130.5 points. Paul Santos leads Group 2 with 104.5 points and Group 3 with 95.5 points. Luis Camacho tops the pickup category with a tally of 120 points and is also in the lead for the UV class with 123.5 points. Easy Ligaya leads the RWD class with 120 points, while Mike Reyes stands atop the AWD class with 116.5 points, and Paulo Santos leads the open class with 112.5 points. Aven Tongo is at the top of the novice standings after 5 legs, earning 120.5 points.
Both the Super Sprint and the Philippine Rallycross had a banner year in terms of participation and fan and sponsor support in 2024. When we return, the year it was in autocross and full throttle weekend.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
We dream to create a world where energy is at its full potential. Powerful, yet peaceful. Exhilarating without excess. A world where energy ignites beauty. Transcending our limitations towards limitless possibilities. With smooth acceleration to multiple destinations. For a better tomorrow, where energy augments our everyday into a life so effortless. Welcome to a new beginning. Where performance and sustainability thrive together, moving you towards a beautiful life. With energy that's powerful, electrifying, life-changing. Honda, transform the future.
Welcome back to our special edition on the year that was in motorsports. This time, let's take us to some of the thrilling race weekends with autocross and the time battles and the ETC CPH racing of this year's Full Throttle Weekend.
The 2024 Philippine Autocross Championship Series kicked off at the Park Lakes Estate with a novice astonishing the veterans by clocking the best time of day. Novice Jubileo Verceles outshined the experienced competitors, finishing with a cumulative time of 1 minute and 47.07 seconds across Track A and Track B. Another newcomer, AJ Andal, secured second place overall, while Ron's Yuson claimed third. Paolo Macaraig finished fourth, and Nate Sarmenta took fifth in the overall standings. Within the novice category, Verceles, Andal, and Macaraig achieved first, second, and third places respectively. Glendale Cuento dominated the open category, with Kyle Pelaez in second and John Michael Lau in third. In the special DBS class, held for the second consecutive year in memory of the late PAX founder Danilo Santiago, AJ Andal finished first, followed by Kyle Pelaez in second and Rain Acejas in third. Veterans made their presence known as Ron's Yuson scored a double victory, topping both the overall and open class during the third round at Robinson's Place, Santa Rosa, Laguna. Securing second overall was novice Paolo Batangatang, with fellow newcomer Crenzo Andaya finishing third. Batangatang excelled in the DBS class, winning the category established in honor of the late PAX founder Danny Santiago, while also being recognized as the fastest novice. Nate and Edwin Sarmiento rounded off the DBS standings in second and third places respectively. Ron's Yuson continued his winning streak by topping both the overall and open categories in the fourth round of the series. Alan Santiago finished the runner-up, while Paolo Batangatang took third overall and second in the open class. In the novice category, Batangatang secured the top spot, edging out Red Reyes in second and Paolo Macaraig in third. The DBS class saw familiar names, with Paolo Macaraig coming in first, followed by Batangatang in second and Rupert Santiago in third. Inigo Anton made his mark at the 5th Luzon round of the 2024 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, held at the R33 Drift Track in San Simon, Pampanga, by setting the fastest overall and open category times. Jevoy Moreno finished as the second fastest overall, pushing Enrico Puso to third place, while Ezekiel Rafanan came in fourth. In the open category, Ron's Yuson secured second behind Anton, followed by Moreno in third, Rafanan in fourth, and Carlos Anton in fifth. Among the novices, Ezekiel Rafanan achieved the fastest time, with Paolo Batangatang and Paolo Mari Macaraig finishing second and third respectively. The special DBS class was led by Enrico Puso, with Macaraig and Batangatang in second and third. The Batangas racing circuit came alive with thrilling sounds of revving engines and squealing tires as the 2024 Full Throttle Weekend season commenced. A diverse array of cars, from stock to race modified, classic to contemporary, gathered for the time battle and clubman racing events. After the first round of the 2024 FTW racing, Angelo Magtoto set the fastest overall lap in a 2020 GR Toyota Supra. Thomas Freldorf took second place aboard a 2015 Subaru Impreza STI, while Jude Jimeno finished third driving a 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. DJ Yarte Bantam, Louis Camacho Economy, Elmer Lubguban Regular, Christopher Ko Premium, Thomas Freldorf Turbo Plus, Jude Jimeno Prestige, Steven Valenzuela Race 3, Andre Tan Race 2, Angelo Magtoto, Race 1. Mike Consenheim clinched victory in Race 1 of the European Touring Car Championship Philippines, finishing ahead of John Asuncion and John Diego in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Consenheim returned to form in Race 2 with John Diego stepping up to 2nd place and Patrick Chan rounding out the podium in 3rd. At this year's 3rd round of Full Throttle Weekend, once again hosted at the Batangas Racing Circuit, Mike Consenheim topped the podium for Race 1 of the European Touring Cup Championship Philippines. Starting from 3rd on the grid, Consenheim crossed the finish line over 5 seconds ahead of John Asuncion in 2nd, with Patrick Hesse coming in 3rd. In Race 2, Patrick Hesse enjoyed a better performance, taking the checkered flag ahead of Alfredo Roa, who finished 6th during ETCC time trial. Albert Quiroz claimed 3rd in Race 2 after securing the 8th fastest time in time trial. The 4th round of the 2024 Full Throttle Weekend brought more exhilarating time battle sessions and races at Batangas. Paul Hender Perez recorded the fastest lap of the time battle sessions, which was the best in the Race 1 class, earning him special awards for fastest FWD, fastest turbo, and Ginalingan Magdrive for the round. Other time battle awardees included JB Carbonell, fastest in Race 2 class, and Marvin Padrilan in Race 3 class. Notable times in other categories were set by Charles Aceron, Bantam; Louis Camacho, Economy; Gerald Andrino, Regular; John Victoria, Premium; Hernel Castillo, Turbo Plus; Inigo Plata, Prestige; John Victoria, 86 BRZ category. The ETCCPH races also provided thrilling moments, with Wesley Chai winning both races 1 and 2. It was a closely contested battle for 2nd and 3rd places between Anthony Zuzwaregi and Mike Consenheim in both races. Zuzwaregi finished 2nd in Race 1, while Consenheim secured 2nd in Race 2, besting Zuzwaregi.
Both the PAX and Full Throttle Weekends with time battles and the ETCCPH races continue to grow in participation and followers. Please stay with us. When we return, we'll cover the resurgence of rallying and the fierce fight for this year's Slalom King title.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I flow so good. Everybody know I'm on it. You know when it click through. Try to send this box to be a so big fun.
Yaris Cross, HEV. Electrify your passions.
Toyota, move your world.
We're back with our special on the busy year that was in motorsports. This time we're looking at how veterans of rallying are attracting new enthusiasts for the motorsports discipline they love, and how this year's fight for the Slalom King crown is turning out to be a melee.
The Kagitingan Rally of Capas 2024 stirred excitement along the dry and dusty backroads of Tarlac. After 11 stages and 50 competitive kilometers, the driver-co-driver duo of Devor Andres and Mario Cruz, steering the number 4 Toyota K70, clinched the fastest overall time at 15 minutes and 10 hundredths of a second, which was also the best in the RWD class. Following closely in second place was the team of Louis Camacho and John Ray San Diego in the number 2 Toyota Corolla, who topped the Group 2 class with a time of 51 minutes and 51 hundredths of a second. Securing third overall were JB Polintan and Mon Lajos in the number 8 Toyota Vios, finishing at 54 minutes and 26 hundredths of a second, which led the Group 1 class. Out of the 14 entries, only 8 cars completed all stages of the Rally of Capas. The second round of the 2024 Philippine National Rally Championship, named the Unang Sigaw ng Nueva Ecija Rally, took place on the scenic backroads of Cabanatuan and Palayan, Nueva Ecija. Hosted by the Philippine Rallycross Series in collaboration with the Automobile Association Philippines, the rally spanned an overall distance of 131 kilometers, featuring 40 kilometers across 8 special stages. Of the 13 entries, 12 teams completed all 8 stages, with Louis Camacho and John Ray San Diego setting the fastest overall time of 33 minutes and 6 seconds, while piloting the number 2 E11 Corolla Rally car in the Group 2 class. In second overall, Adrian De Leon and Gerald Lim finished with a time of 32 minutes and 53 seconds in the number 11 E11 Corolla in Group 3. Third place went to Paul Santos and DJ De Guzman with a time of 33 minutes and 28 seconds in the number 1 Civic EK, competing in Group 2. The team of Mark Desales and Richie de la Cruz in the number 7 Corolla excelled in the Group 1 classification, while JP Polintan and Mon Lajos finished second and Rolando Texon and Regino Cruz took third. Camacho and San Diego dominated Group 2, finishing ahead of Santos and de Guzman. In Group 3, De Leon and Lim led the pack, placing ahead of Edsel de Dios and Devor Andres in the number 5 Civic EK, who finished 10th overall. Abet Reyes and Albert Pegad were the only competitors in Group 4, concluding the rally in 7th overall in the number 6 Civic EK. The AWD class had one competitor, Ralph and Christian Ramento, who finished 5th overall in the number 12 RAV4. A thrilling head-to-head unfolded in the RWD class between June Magno and co-driver Calvin Sumagi in the number 13 Toyota-powered E36 rally car, and Easy Ligaya and Stephen Alunan in the number 9 BMW E46 325i. Magno and Sumagi emerged victorious from the duel, finishing 4th overall, while Ligaya and Alunan placed 9th. The lone entry in the open class, Ran Ramento and co-driver Carlo Castillo, ended up 12th overall in the number 13 Civic EG hatchback. Rod Chang of the RC Racing Team sent a clear message to 2023 Slalom King Paui Base that his reign might be coming to an end. Chang outperformed the reigning champion during the first leg of the 2024 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series held at Robinson Star Mills in San Fernando, Pampanga. He recorded the fastest overall time as well as the quickest in the production front wheel category. Still representing PMMS Ren Sport Racing Team, Paui Base claimed 2nd overall, with Ron Zuzon from Gemag Racing Team taking 3rd fastest overall. Competing in the top 6 in the overall category were Joseph Ortega from Ponga Racing Team in 4th, Richard Gallardo in 5th, and Austin Sarmiento of Sado Racing Team in 6th. Joseph Ortega achieved the best time of the day in the rear wheel production category. Paolo Macaraig topped the novice drivers with Lerin Manuel and Christine Torres following in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Richard Gallardo demonstrated his determination to win this year's Slalom King title by winning both the 2nd and 3rd legs of the National Slalom Series. Echoing his performance from the 2nd leg, Gallardo recorded the overall best and production front wheel best time of day in the 3rd leg at Parang Playground in Marikina. Reigning Slalom King Paui Base of PMMS Ren Sport Racing again finished 2nd in both the overall and front wheel categories. Joseph Ortega from Ponga Racing secured 3rd with a time that led the rear wheel production category. The top 5 overall were rounded out by Rod Chang of Sado Racing Team in 4th and Kiel Rafanan in 5th. Kiel Rafanan remained the top performer among novices with Paolo Macaraig in 2nd and Christine Torres in 3rd. Paui Base of PMMS Ren Sport Racing Team regained momentum in his quest to defend the slalom crown by securing the fastest driver of the day title in leg 6 of the National Slalom Series at Parang Playground in Marikina. Base recorded a time of 47.58 seconds, narrowly surpassing his closest competitor Richard Gallardo, who clocked in at 48.04 seconds. Rod Chang from Sado Racing Team placed 3rd with a time of 49.40 seconds. Joseph Ortega of Ponga Racing Team recorded the best time of day in the rear wheel production category. In the novice category, Kiel Rafanan of Fast Lane Carrera Pilipinas from Baguio City continued to dominate with his 6th win in as many legs. John Leslie Tan followed in 2nd place among novices with Christine Torres in 3rd. In the 8th leg of the 2024 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series at Robinson Star Mills in San Fernando, Pampanga, Richard Gallardo outperformed title contenders Paui Base and Rod Chang. Gallardo achieved the fastest overall best time of 66.26 seconds, which also topped the production front wheel category. Paui Base from PMMS Ren Sport Racing Team finished 2nd with a time of 67.12 seconds, just edging out Rod Chang, who clocked a time of 67.98 seconds in 3rd place. 4th quickest overall was novice driver Kiel Rafanan from Fast Lane Carrera Pilipinas with a time of around 69 seconds. The top novices in this leg included Paolo Macaraig in 3rd, John Leslie Tan in 4th, and Christine Torres in 5th. Joseph Ortega once again registered the best time of day in the rear wheel production category for this leg.
So far, we've covered autocross, slalom, rallycross, rallying, the Super Sprint Series, and the FTW's time battles and the ETCCPH. We'll return with a look back into more local events that made 2024 an exciting season for motorsports.
Got my fingers on the pulse, avocado and toast.
Welcome back to our year-end special feature on the year that was in motorsports. This segment highlights a local racing talent excelling in international competitions, along with various events that brought extra excitement to local racing throughout the past year.
The 2024 Sea Oil Radical Challenge Philippines continues to provide local racers with a chance to compete at higher levels of motorsports against international drivers. In its third season in the country, the Radical Challenge Philippines hosted 2 legs, each consisting of 3 races, culminating in a total of 6 races. During the second and final leg at Clark International Speedway on a rainy day, Rainy Medina secured the first place in SR1 class in Race 4, with Matthew Edmonds and Michael Apacible finishing second and third respectively. In Race 5, Medina and Edmonds took the top 2 spots in the SR1 class, while Apacible faced a DNF. Apacible rebounded from his earlier DNF to finish second in Race 6 behind Medina, who continued his winning streak. Edmonds, meanwhile, dropped to third place. In the SR3 class, Jordan Mikey shined by achieving a remarkable hat-trick, winning all 3 races in the final round of the Radical Challenge Philippines series. Rafa Caceres and Andre Rodriguez claimed the second and third spots in all 3 SR3 races. Local motorsports star Inigo Anton delivered an impressive performance during the final round of the 2024 Formula 4 Australian Championship held at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia. Competing for the Black Arts Racing team, Anton excelled in the rookie category, finishing 7th overall in Race 1. He repeated his success in Race 2, topping the rookie category again and securing 5th overall. Unfortunately, Anton experienced a crash on the first lap of Race 3 after colliding with another driver. Anton expressed his gratitude on social media, stating, "I am beyond grateful to bring home these 2 trophies and proudly raise the Philippine flag as back-to-back rookie winner in round 4 of the F4 Australia Championship." The discipline of Gymkhana, which emphasizes precision over speed, added an exciting twist to an already action-packed motorsports season. At one event, Franklin Nang recorded the fastest time of the day at the GP Gymkhana 4th practice held at the Park Lake C5, clocking in at 37.93 seconds in the community class. Toby Garcia followed closely with a second-best time of 40.06 seconds, while Marcelu Elumba rounded out the top 3 with a time of 40.74 seconds. Drake Fajardo and Matt C. secured 4th and 5th place respectively. Notably, Nang, Garcia, and Elumba also achieved the fastest times in the General Petroleum class, maintaining the same ranking. The 2024 Petron Blaze 100 Rotax Max Challenge Philippines Series has announced its final point standings across various categories after the last 2 rounds held at Carmona Racetrack in Cavite. Aaron Crosby led the Rotax Max Junior category with 258 points, while Potenciano Andaman topped the Rotax Max Senior Clubman class with 295 points. In the Rotax Max Senior Expert category, Miguel Quinones ranked first with 228.5 points and also claimed the top spot in the Rotax Max Senior overall class with 219.5 points. David Von Datuin emerged as the leader in the Mini Rock Novice class with 535 points, while Yuan Gavin Bugayong topped the Mini Rock Expert class with 422 points.
That's all we have for this special on the year that was in motorsports. We'll wrap this up when we return.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So
Welcome back to our special on the year that was in motorsports. 2024 can be said to be a truly special year for motorsports, perhaps the busiest in years, with more events and racing disciplines enjoying more participants and spectators.
Rallying enjoyed a resurgence. The established grassroots events for autocross, slalom, karting gaining more adherents.
Especially with lots of racers, novice and veterans included, crossing over to other disciplines to challenge themselves and hone their skills in different forms of racing.
Hence, the familiar names finding themselves on the leaderboards of varied series and championships. We certainly enjoyed covering or reporting on their achievements both on the local and international levels.
That said, thank you for being with us for this special and for the whole year of our coverage of motorsport as well. It's been a fun and exciting 2024 for motorsports. And like many others, we're looking forward to an even more thrilling year ahead for motorsports. Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 38th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here's wishing you all a happy holidays and happy
motoring.
motoring.